Hi, this is Yoyo. You guys can call me Philip, the team leader of Yo-Yo Friends, and today we're going to review a very special yo-yo. This is a titanium capped Aspen from Edition Yo-Yo X Adrian Velez. Both of them are my friends, so very cool to have them have a project together. And it's titanium cap. Like, look how cool this is. First look of the yo-yo. I'm going to go beyond the first look. I'm going to analyze it as well in a physics standpoint, since I'm also one of the yo-yo designers for Yo-Yo Friends. Well, not like officially, but I overlook the design of Yo-Yo Friends and have some insight on why this yo-yo is very cool. So first look, you can see giant titanium cap, 2 flat caps on each side. So the way they do it is, this is a yo-yo, right? Let's pretend this is a yo-yo. And the cap goes over like this. It wraps around. So you can think this part is like a ring, like a titanium ring. This is the graviton titanium ring, but then there's also weight goes along horizontally by the cap. So it's very interesting. So let's say how that works. Okay, the weight distribution is not gonna be completely. Let's say the cap/ring weight of this yo-yo is 20 grams. Let's just pretend it's not, but. And if the graviton is also ring weight of 20 grams, which is also not. Let's just pretend that, right? So if that's the case, then the weight distribution on the graviton is going to be more extreme. Also, dimension of the yo-yo pretend is going to be the same because the material is further away from the center axle, right? Because titanium is around like 2 times denser. It's not as dense as SS, stainless steel, because let's say it's impossible to make SS out of this. So it would be like well over 100 grams, right? So in this case, if they both are the same and the weight rings or the weight cap are the same, this will still have a slightly more aggressive feel to it in terms of like weight distribution, because it's fully on the outside. So the wider the yo-yo, the bigger the yo-yo, the more weight distribution is from the center axis, center point here, and that's how you get more extreme weight distribution. However, to counteract this, they can cram a lot more weight on this, right? He told me the cap and the ring weight is around 23 to 24 grams, which is ridiculous. It's even more than the newest Peregrine. I'm going to spoil it to you guys. That's coming, which is like around 20 to 21. This is just absolutely insane. But if that is, let's say, SS, it will be too jarring to play with, right? It's impossible. It's basically like a soulless yo-yo. Yo becomes a brick. However, the way they do it is, firstly, they use titanium. It's not as dense as SS. It's around like 2 times less, or around 1.5 times less dense as stainless steel, and they make a cap on the top. So the weight distribution is evenly distributed along the wall, but not really, because the wall of the yo-yo is down here, the cap is up here. So whatever the weight they put on in the horizontal cap is still have a very wide, big distance from the center axis. So this actually improves the power on the yo-yo while adding flow on the yo-yo. So that is very genius. For the specs, it's around 45 millimeter wide. This is the center reminds me of a shortcut. Like, it's got 3 to 2 cuts on this. Do I have a shortcut? I don't have it like around here, but oh, I do here. Yeah, it's like got cuts. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, very cool. And then giant rings. It looks like a kind of a slightly H but mainly W shape yo-yo. Okay, the diameter is around 57 millimeter on top of my head, I think. Kind of standard, a little bit big. I won't say big anymore because all the comp yo-yo are pushing wider and bigger. So this is around like the normal average comp size yo-yo. And yeah, this is very cool to look at. I'll have the full spec of the yo-yo here. Smoothness, I'm not gonna go over. This is like the prototype, but they're not changing anything for production. And it's been played a lot and probably went through a lot. So I'm gonna skip that. Power on this yo-yo is the highlight, right? I think the weight around this is 66.6. Very nice number for weight on a yo-yo. And the power, you definitely feel it. So the way you feel the power is initial throw and also when you bind. You don't really feel the power when you at play. The flowiness of the yo-yo takes over. And the reason I already explained, right, is because the cap is adding kind of center weight, but not really. It's spread throughout evenly, right? But there's still distance. So this effect is you go through a very, very long combo, right? And then afterwards, you bind and the yo-yo feels like you feel like how do I say this? A lot more power than normal. So you can do like a 1 minute combo. You feel like, okay, this will only have about 10 seconds spin time. You bind it up, I'm like, oh my god, this will have like 20 more seconds of spin time. This is what it feels like. This is even more, okay, another yo-yo that does that, it's Yo-Yo Friends Overclock, my signature, but this yo-yo kind of is even more exaggerated. You do a combo, and then you bind, you're like, oh my god, so much more power left. So that's what it feels like. Stability on this yo-yo is decently stable. It's not gonna be as stable as a pure outer ring bimetal yo-yo. However, this is still a bimetal yo-yo with a whopping 23 to 24 grams of titanium cap / ring on each side, and it's very, very stable. So in competition situations, it should do the trick. Also, this yo-yo, since this yo-yo is hollow, it's a little bit loud, but I think that's very unique, I would say. So that's power and stability. Acceleration on this yo-yo is around medium. Because of the flow, you can definitely push this yo-yo a little bit fast, especially if you have a shorter string. I would say the acceleration is around medium. Could be medium fast if you really push it, but I don't think this yo-yo is meant to be played that fast. It's more power, fun, and control. There's a lot more flow. It's very, very even, but it's a brand new take on the bimetal weight distribution, right? Every single construction feels different, whether it's inner ring, outer ring, mid ring, like an SF cadence, or now this capped ring, which is very, very cool. And yeah, it's more for control and flow. Very, see, that has so much more power than I anticipated. Like, holy. Okay, top speed on this yo-yo is actually, I would say medium. Since there's so much power, you can really push this yo-yo pretty fast, but you will feel like a lack of confidence and stability if you push it too fast. I'm not good enough to go super hypersonic to push the yo-yo to its limit to where like the stability completely crumbles, but I would say, yeah, the top speed is around medium at my level. It can go higher if you can control the yo-yo without being too unstable. Flow on this yo-yo is massive, right? It feels like it's got a bimetal power, but it's got a flow of like I won't say organic, but like, I don't know, it's just super flowy. You want to work with the yo-yo. And the thing is, like, the flow on this yo-yo doesn't feel like it's gonna guide you. You're still in control of the yo-yo, which is very interesting because let's say if it's a full organic or a full mid-weight yo-yo, right? You want to go along with the yo-yo instead of you telling the yo-yo what to do. And this one is like in the middle because the cap on top is evenly distributed. The weight distribution, it is wall, but like I said before, it makes sense because they're still far away from center axis. So it's like in the middle. It's very unique. I can't really describe it with word, but float on this yo-yo is like quirky acceleration. I do feel a little bit, but not too much. Most of it, it's like kind of overpowered by how much just power this thing has. But I would say flow is the main point, right? On this yo-yo. Horizontal on this yo-yo, I would say it's decently okay. This yo-yo, I wish it can be a little bit faster in the horizontal plane, but since it's got so much power and flow, if you play at a medium speed or a little bit slower, it will work. And you know, for like a yo-yo, it's not even a gimmick, it just performs well in the horizontal. You can still do it. Bind on this yo-yo, you didn't tell me the gap width, but I have no problem with bind on this yo-yo. I'm using Kitty first class normal. So I would say use Kitty first class normal or fat will work. Sochi normal fat, OT normal fat, all that stuff. So I have no trouble binding. Everything feels nice. Yeah, very, very good. So finger grind on sale, not gonna work because it's capped. Thumb grind, not gonna work. Finger spin, not even gonna try. Actually, you know what, screw it. No. Okay. Yeah, so those three are not gonna work. Wait, actually, no, finger grind works. What am I talking about? So the center is 7068 aluminum. You can definitely finger grind. Let me see. Oh, it's a little bit. Yeah, you can definitely do it. If the production, like this video is being passed through like a lot of people and like tested, battlefield tested or something, it's vibey, but the production, if it's smooth, it'll do finger grind, no problem. Okay, so concluding on this yo-yo, this is a very unique yo-yo, right? It's the first, I don't know if it's first ever, but this is the first I've seen the titanium capped yo-yo. Titanium ring / cap yo-yo. It's not just a cap, it's a whole ring. There's weight rings on the outside and then the cap going on this way. It makes a unique feel because the cap is still further away than the center axis, right? Than normal like flowy yo-yo. So making this yo-yo feels almost like a bimetal, pure bimetal yo-yo. It takes the power of the bimetal yo-yo, and also the flowiness of a, let's say, a yo-yo that is not built for competition, combined together to make a very fun yo-yo, played at a medium pace. That's all control. But however, if you are a speed player or you do really like want to have full control on the yo-yo at a high speed situations, you want pure acceleration, this yo-yo is not meant for you. But if you're more of a flowy player, you want to have fun, you want this yo-yo you want to work along with this yo-yo to carry you around, and it just looks very stunning. This yo-yo is for you. And yeah, very, very unique yo-yo. Congratulations to Adrian and also Max, aka Addition Yo-Yo, on this yo-yo, and thank you so much for letting me test it. I will send this to the next person. Alright, thank you all for watching, and see you guys next time. Peace.